The Detroit Lions just got amazing news. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Detroit Lions news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is QB Jared Goff gets good news from Lions before offseason. Like the Los Angeles Rams, Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions exited from the playoffs earlier than they would have liked. The Lions lost to the Washington Commanders, while the Rams succumbed to the Philadelphia Eagles. Goff and the Lions have seen an exodus of coaches following their playoff exit, losing both coordinators including OC Ben Johnson to head coaching positions with rival teams. The Lions remain confident in Goff and his ability to improve even after losing Johnson, though. I feel very confident in that, Lions general manager Brad Holmes told reporters on January 23rd. As long as Dan Campbell's the head coach here, and as long as I'm here, then those are things that we talk about that are not going to change. So it may be a scheme tweak here or there. But if a player's going to come in here, he's a Detroit Lion, or he's not same as that question about a coach coming here. I think Jared, in particular, that's something I know it's at the forefront of Dan's mind in terms of what's going to be the best thing for him, Goff. So I got faith that everything will be okay. I can't say that Goff is a product of Johnson's system. Obviously, he was very productive with Ben as a coordinator. But he had a lot of prior success before he even got here as well in a completely different system. And I think he's a better quarterback and more mature quarterback now than he was then when he had early success. So I don't foresee that, Holmes said. I can't say that Goff is a product of Johnson's system. Obviously, he was very productive with Ben as a coordinator. But he had a lot of prior success before he even got here as well in a completely different system. And I think he's a better quarterback and more mature quarterback now than he was then, when he had early success. So I don't foresee that, Holmes said. I think the guy's in his prime. He's gotten better and better every year. And when I say prime, I think just entering it. Because he keeps ascending. I think every single year we've been here, it's the next year has been, man, he's playing at a high level. He's playing, and the levels keep improving. So again, I just have a lot of faith in Dan. And I know that he'll make sure that Jared's going to be in a good position. Goff signed a 4-year, $212 million contract extension in November 2024, 3 years after his trade from the Rams. The Lions cannot cut Goff at a financial gain until 2026 per over the cap. A post-June 1st designation then would save $35 million with $34.6 million in dead money. A potential trade involving the 30-year-old quarterback would carry similar ramifications. A post-June 1st trade in 2026 is the first opportunity for the Lions to save money. Such a move would save $55 million with $14.6 million in dead cap. The number 1 overall pick of the 2016 draft, Goff completed 57.5% of his passes for 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions in the playoff loss to the Commanders. He was also sacked twice and fumbled once. He faced heavy criticism in the game's aftermath. However, teammates and Lions offensive linemen Frank Ragnow and Penei Sewell both defended Goff. For the first story, the Detroit Lions have recently found themselves navigating a significant coaching transition that is making waves across the NFL. Ben Johnson, the Lions' offensive coordinator, has made the high-profile move to the Chicago Bears as their new head coach. His departure, confirmed after months of speculation, marks a notable shift for the Lions' coaching staff, as Johnson played a pivotal role in the team's offensive resurgence over the past seasons. Ben Johnson's move to the Bears is not just another coaching shuffle. It's a major step up in his career. After a successful tenure in Detroit, where he was credited with modernizing and energizing the Lions' offense, Johnson has been given the opportunity to lead one of the NFL's storied franchises. His new deal with Chicago reportedly nets him a staggering $13 million per year, solidifying his reputation as one of the hottest young minds in the league. The Lions had long recognized Johnson's potential, with his strategic play calling and ability to adapt to the team's strengths, fueling the offense's growth. Under his guidance, the Lions saw significant improvement in their offensive statistics, and Johnson was instrumental in the development of key players like quarterback Jared Goff and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown. His innovative approach and success in Detroit earned him a reputation as one of the brightest offensive minds in the game. And now, that recognition has propelled him to the head coaching ranks in Chicago. While Johnson's move is a major professional achievement, it hasn't come without some playful tension. In a league that thrives on competition, the Lions' star receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, couldn't resist engaging in a little friendly banter after Johnson's departure. The two have always shared a mutual respect for one another. But St. Brown's competitive spirit couldn't resist the opportunity to poke fun at his now former coach. In a lighthearted exchange, St. Brown took to social media to share a few jabs at Johnson's new gig, playfully acknowledging the friendly rivalry that would soon unfold between them. The two have a strong bond, and this exchange serves as a testament to the competitive nature of the NFL, where players and coaches alike are constantly striving to outdo one another, even when they're no longer on the same team. Their banter, however, also highlights the mutual respect that Johnson and St. Brown have for one another. While St. Brown's comments were playful, it's clear that he appreciates the impact Johnson had on his development as a player. Under Johnson's tutelage, St. Brown has blossomed into one of the top wide receivers in the league, and much of his success can be traced back to the offensive strategies that Johnson put in place. As a result, there's a sense of camaraderie despite the rivalry now building between them. With Johnson's departure, the Lions are now tasked with finding a suitable replacement who can continue the offensive growth that has taken place under his leadership. Detroit has a promising roster that includes not only St. Brown, but also a solid core of players who have the potential to keep the team competitive in the NFC. The Lions are likely to look for an offensive mind who can continue to build on Johnson's success while also adding their own unique flavor to the team's game plan. For Johnson, the transition to head coach in Chicago represents a new chapter in his career, and he'll undoubtedly be aiming to build a Bears team that can compete at the highest level. His relationship with St. Brown may serve as a reminder of the growth and success that Detroit has achieved under his leadership. But as the NFL is known for its intense competition, both Johnson and the Lions will be focusing on their respective paths to glory.
All right, with the Super Bowl just around the corner, we got a great bet for the coin toss, and we're going to be going with heads for this one. We're going to be putting $10 on this on BetUS. Now, as you all know, guys, BetUS have the fastest payouts in the industry, and right now they have a 150% bonus on your first deposit, and then 125% bonus on your next two deposits, up to $2,000 with code YouTube150. So definitely go check them out, and we are going to be placing this bet just like that on BetUS, just to show you how fast and easy it actually is to use, and just like that, we are good to go. So definitely go check out BetUS, but let's get back into the video.
In the second story, we will talk about how the Detroit Lions have experienced significant growth since the 2021 season, with general manager Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell building a team capable of making deep postseason runs. However, despite a 15-win regular season in 2024 and back-to-back playoff appearances, the team once again fell short in the postseason, leading to a mix of reflection and resolve within the organization. While the disappointing losses to the 49ers and Commanders have left fans questioning whether a more aggressive approach is needed, Holmes and Campbell remain committed to their long-term vision for the team. Holmes emphasized that the organization will continue to build according to the plan that has led to significant improvements in recent seasons, rather than making drastic, knee-jerk changes. "We're very close," Holmes said. "I thought we were close last year and we're still on the right path. It's all about staying the course and continuing to improve." The Lions front office faces a crucial offseason, not only as they look to further develop the roster, but also as they navigate significant coaching changes. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn has been hired as the new head coach of the New York Jets, marking the end of his successful tenure in Detroit. Glenn played a key role in transforming the Lions' defense, and his departure will require careful consideration of the future direction of the unit. With Glenn's exit and the recent hires of Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn as head coaches elsewhere, the Lions now face the challenge of replacing crucial coaching staff members. Defensive line coach Terrell Williams has also left to become the defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots. These departures, while humbling, have been met with a sense of determination. Holmes addressed the changes, stating, "It's humbling, but no overreaction. We won't make wholesale changes. We just need to get back to work." One potential candidate to step up and fill the void left by Glenn is linebackers coach Kelvin Shepard. Shepard, who has been with the Lions for several seasons, has gained the respect of players and coaches alike.